Tool Cruise, thank you for the super chats. Hey Clio, I read about the aerial phenomenon over Nuremberg in 1561 today. Do you believe in UFOs, UAPs? I thought UAPs is Uwu Apple Princess. Not the ancient alien kind, though. No, I hadn't heard about that. Sorry, I hadn't heard about that. Thank you for the super chat, though. As for believing in stuff, I think it would be nice to think that there's a higher power out there, but if there was a higher power, I feel like... Not higher power, sorry. If there were aliens out there, I feel like it would be incredibly unlikely for them to be... Like, I'm not a biologist by any sense of the imagination. I'm not an expert in how shit comes about, but isn't Earth referred to as the Goldilocks scenario, where, like, everything was just right to have life happen? Or is that just human centricness, like, pushing the narrative of, like, yeah, we got lucky. The Goldilocks zone in our solar system. Okay. My assumption of I'm really stupid, so I don't know anything about science or anything, to be honest. My assumption about space is that we are incredibly lucky, Goldilocks zone, all that jazz, right? The likelihood of that happening at some other point in the galaxy or universe or space seems pretty low. I mean, there probably is life out there, but it's probably not developed. Like, if there was developed alien life forms on another planet, isn't it incredibly more likely that it's just going to be, like, little bacteria? And not, like, actual, you know, green, funny guys in a UFO. Because otherwise, we probably would have encountered them by this point, right? At the same time where we are across billions of years, right, doesn't it literally take, like, billions of years for them to reach us as well? So, like, even if we do actually see them in, like, our telescopes and whatnot, what we are seeing is, like, billions of years in the past or something, or, like, a long time ago in the past, right? I don't know what I'm talking about. This is just my basic understanding of how space kind of works, is that there's, like, if we are looking into space, what we are seeing is an image from a long ass time ago, because we are seeing further than the speed of light. Or, like, the distance is so infinitesimally huge that the speed of light is taking a while to reach us. So even if there is life in another galaxy or whatever, the likelihood of it seeing us would require them to have reached some sort of crazy developments, like, millions of years ago. Does that make sense? I know, like, in sci-fi media and all that jazz, that is, like, a common thing. That, like, oh yeah, these intergalactic civilizations advanced millions of years before us. But, like, isn't it incredibly unlikely? Like, if something did exist out there, that we would have maybe seen it, or it would have seen us, and we would have probably had some sort of concrete interactions. Like, I would like to believe, and I feel like there is probably life out there in space, but I feel like it's most likely, if we ever encounter it in our lifetimes, it's going to be like bacteria, right? It's going to be like little beep 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 beep, like little beep 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 beep, going around and, like, single cell organism type shit, and going, haha, I will split. Now there are two of me. And go beep 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 beep. I don't know anything. I'm stupid. Three body problems, dark forest is a pretty good answer for the apparent lack of life in the universe. I don't know, I feel like it's really interesting that you guys are like so going blah, 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 in the chat about this. It would be nice, I think. I think it would be nice on a... Not to be selfish, because we have this entire planet, and we have all of these creatures, and we haven't even explored all of the creatures on our own fucking planet, right? We haven't even gotten to the bottoms of the ocean to see everything that lives on our planet. Like, we still have mysteries of Earth, right? So I feel like there's a little bit of selfishness to think like, oh man, isn't it depressing? We're the only life forms out here in the universe, right? But like, at the same time, I feel like we should cherish what we have instead of being like, I don't know, depressed about what isn't out there, or is, I guess. Or the lack of something being out there, right? We still have so many wonders of the earth to uncover. Sorry, I have to sit in a really weird way so Lottie can jump on me. I know we can do two things at once, but like, I think instead of getting depressed about, oh no, there's no life out there except us, maybe be happy about what we have and the fact that we get to exist in the first place. But hot space elves? Yeah, but they would be mean, probably. Only we get the privilege of paying taxes. If there are alien life forms out there, they probably have some form of tithe or donation or tax or required money that they have to take from other people. I don't know. Venice was built by aliens? It was aliens bracket Italians? What are you talking about? The pyramids? No, the pyramids were built by people. We know. There's like burial grounds around the pyramid of people who died in the construction of the pyramid. Lots of prisoners with jobs. They were actually paid. It turns out that the people building the pyramid weren't necessarily slaves. They were actually paid workers and bronze tools. They fucking sailed the stone over from the Saudi peninsula to Egypt. They sailed the rocks, the resources, across the goddamn ocean. Well, not ocean, sea, the Red Sea. Who built Stonehenge? A bunch of drunk Celts, probably. Sounds like cope. They were paid. At least there is historical evidence of the people involved in the construction of the pyramids having wages and not being listed as indentured slaves. They are listed under, like, here is the roster. Is it the saying is the roster? I think that's what the evidence that was uncovered, right? Is that, like, there's basically the Egyptian equivalent of a roster, which kept track of all of the workers in a section of the pyramid building, and they were being paid. So, like, people were, like, clocking in for work. And someone was keeping track of them being at work. They have skilled artisans as well as slaves. You need to be someone extremely skilled in maths to get the angles cut right. Yeah, there is skill needed to build a pyramid. And the humans, for whatever reason... Well, I mean, there's multiple reasons, actually. I don't know why I said for whatever reason. Humans gravitate towards building pyramidic shapes because... Not because of aliens telling us to do it, but because pyramids are the easiest building shapes to make, because it naturally reinforces itself. It's the easiest structure to construct, and it's sound. Yes, it's structurally sound. It's not like there's no like conspiracy theory about it. It's just turns out instead of building straight up, build pyramid shape, stronger. It also farms ore the most. Yeah, I mean, have you seen some of the pyramid buildings in places like Southeast Asia? Fucking beautiful. They're not just rocks. They've got, like, gold and stuff. Ziggurats are cool. Ziggurats are pretty cool. Triangles are strong. There's conspiracy theories about everything. What if there were conspiracy theories about conspiracy theories? There are? Oh, motherfucker. I thought I was being funny. Damn it!